All right, let's get into it. Today, we're exploring a really dark and, I think, final parable from the Blackest Night event. This is the story of a warrior who had already fallen, Lyra Omato, and the absolutely horrifying part she was forced to play in a new, hollow war. A war that starts after you die.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. That one line sets this incredibly chilling stage. In this corner of the universe, death isn't about peace or rest. Nope. It's about recruitment. This is the whole premise behind Lyra Omahato's story. Her role, as you could say, a ghost in the machine during the Blackest Night.
So our story kicks off in the Dead Zone. And this place, it's defined by a silence so complete, so total, that not even the scream of a red lantern could break it. And it's into this nothingness that the black rings arrive, falling, as the book says, like soot from a dying star.
One of these rings finds what's left of Lyra Omato, and it gives her a single command. It's a blasphemous word that just completely defies the natural order of everything. Rise.
Okay, so what in the world is she rising as? She's coming back as a Black Lantern. And you've got to understand, this is so much more than just a zombie. It's a weapon, a highly sophisticated one. It's a corpse, yeah, animated by this cold hunger from the void, but its real purpose, it's psychological. It's designed to provoke intense, powerful emotions in the living, because those emotions are food for their dark master, Nekron.
And this is where Lyra's story just gets truly horrific. It's not just that she's back from the dead. It's about the twisted, cruel thing she's become, a mockery of the hero she ever was. The difference is just staggering. Look at the left side. That's the Lyra who was alive, a Green Lantern fueled by incredible will. Then a Red Lantern, consumed by all-consuming rage. Her entire being was defined by these powerful emotions. But now, look at the right. That's the Echo, a corpse from the void. Her eyes are just empty, dark pits, and her whole existence has been boiled down to one thing, a mirror of regret.
You know, that sentence just captures it perfectly. She's not Lyra anymore. She's a thing, a tool. Her body, her face, even her memories, they've all been turned into weapons, designed to be this perfect, painful reflection for anyone who ever gave a damn about her.
So, with this horrible transformation complete, Lyra gets her new mission. And that mission is to hunt down her old friends, her former comrades, the Lost Lanterns, and to literally weaponize their own grief right back at them.
Just think about that phrase for a second. A walking wound. Her just being there was an attack. This was never going to be a physical fight. No, this was a deeply personal, emotional assault, all designed to break the hearts and spirits of the people who cared for her.
So how exactly did she do it? Well, she didn't use blades. She used words. She used her own voice, but it was all twisted and corrupted by the grave. She used everything she knew about them to mock their failures, to dig into their insecurities, and just feast on their sorrow. And all that pain, all that grief, was literally being harvested like a crop to fuel the Black Central Battery. And that quote right there, it cuts straight to the heart of their entire strategy. Winning a fight, that's meaningless to them. The only thing that matters is the harvest. The more you once loved the person standing in front of you, the more pain can be ripped out of you, and the stronger Nekron's army gets. It's a truly parasitic way of war. In this state, any choice, any agency Lyra ever had was just gone. This warrior, the daughter of the dragon, a woman defined by her sheer will and then her pure rage, was now nothing more than a puppet, an empty vessel completely controlled by Nekron, the Lord of the Unliving. But of course, a hollow echo like this can't last forever. As she was haunting the battlefield, this instrument of pure darkness, she was finally met by its absolute opposite, a new power, one that didn't promise more war, but an end to it all. So her end really came in 4 acts. First, she was the puppet, an instrument of total despair. Then, the white light of creation itself. It enters the battle, and this light was so powerful it was able to shatter the Black Ring's connection to her body. And with that came the final step, peace. The rest that her soul was denied in death was finally granted. And that was the end. Her undead state, it was never really life, was it? It was more like black glass, a fragile, dark reflection of who she used to be. And the light of creation just shattered it. It ended the illusion, and it ended the horror.
This really feels like the perfect summary of her entire tragic story. From her life as a Green Lantern all the way to her horrifying undeath, Lyra's biggest impact was always an emotional one. Her legacy wasn't just in the fight she won, but in the hearts and the memories of everyone she left behind.
And that kind of leaves us with this final thought to chew on. If a warrior's true legacy is the emotional mark they leave, the grief, the memory, the love, the inspiration, does their war ever really end? Or does it just keep going on a totally different battlefield?